one yesterday. Actually, were the ones the flappers?
Yes.
Well, if you were a flapper, stay in the room. If you were someone who were told to get the flapper to stop, go on out, and I'll be with you in 1 second.
You want some?
Your fault.
I was a
Okay.
You were the
Okay, good. So we're going to do a couple different things. But the first thing that we're going to do is our goal is going to be to, our intention is we must get these kids to come in, these students to come in and sit in a circle. That's going to be our goal. So stay right here. Don't do anything yet.
I know, right? It's just, I want to stand next to her. She's an amazing example of like a small woman who's like super empowered and just like super strong.
I think small people, well, not generalized, but my dad's like really, you know, he's a petite guy.
He's
But
smaller
he's like
than you.
Yoda. Oh yeah, he's like
Yoda.
No, I don't mean that in a bad way.
No, that's a great
So
thing. Being like
powerful.
Yoda is totally
Like,
awesome.
and you look at like Gandhi or Maharishi or Paramahansa Yogananda, like all of these guys are just so powerful, mindful, but small body.
We have to compensate somehow, you know.
How tall are you?
I'm not 5 foot.
That's not recorded, is it?
Yeah. I was like, you guys look about the same height. She might be smaller, actually.
Yeah, I'm pretty short.
You know, my last name
We're actually
means...
comparing.
Oh, I might actually be taller.
I
He's
know.
taller.
No, you're like exactly...
We're identical.
It's so cute.
Like 1 inch, like less than an inch.
It's funny.
My younger sister was really proud of herself
I
4
think
years
Elaine's
ago when she
even
passed
shorter
me in
than
height.
Really?
My family is known for being short, though. Like, my last name actually means short in German.
What's your last
No,
name?
I'm like
I was gonna say, you're like a nice
I'm
height.
the weird guy. Like family pictures are always like, dude.
Oh.
And I'm not that tall, but like
I'm short
everyone
for my
else
family.
is. Gosh, oh.
I'm short for my family. Everyone's taller than me.
I'm the first
My younger sister offered me.
Okay, you guys, your goal, your intention, they have got to come in the room right now and within a minute or so, have them sit in the circle, okay?
Okay, so.
Okay, even with 5-year-olds, I can't do that.
So maybe we should walk with them and sit.
Yeah.
Like lead by example.
Come down.
Yeah, it's going to depend on the kid. Oh,
Oh yeah.
You want to come in? There's more light in there. It's more well lit. It's nicer.
Alright. Let's go in, guys.
You guys want to come in so we can start playing games inside? You guys want to come in? We're gonna get you.
Pass it out the start, come on, let's go. You better get in there, pass it started.
Let's all sit in a big circle.
Stay on the roll of your play, guys. Okay, good. All right, we're gonna let that go. Those who are in the world of the play, come back out again. Everyone else stay right where you are.
I mean, yeah, I mean, it's like hard.
I think it's like
but like,
They're all doing different things, and they had issues.
Oh,
Right.
really? They were told beforehand?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, one of them was like.
what could be a
One of them
what
was Emma.
could be-
Was Emma like
One
fully
was like
person?
No,
Yeah.
but like,
Comfortable with her.
Well, I had Rachel, but I didn't like focus in on her. If I had focused in on what she was looking at earlier, I would have gotten her in here faster.
so maybe what we should do is each try to take a specific person, because I
Yeah.
think I was trying to.
Yeah, I
feel
did
like
one
I was
person.
trying to like get
Okay.
comfortable and compare like focusing on one person.
Yeah, if we
have
focus
enough?
on one person, it should be
Yeah, I
faster.
think so, because we were on partner yesterday.
Oh, yeah, duh, sorry.
Oh, take your partner from yesterday.
Oh,
Okay, yes, sir.
that was smart.
I forgot about the
Wait, okay. Wait, what was everyone's thing? Because Rachel was that she was looking at lights. So I got her to come in by pointing out
Emma
different
was
light
looking at the
colors.
picture, and I said that we could come draw pictures.
Okay.
A lot of them just seem like generally overstimulated.
A bunch of like this. Oh, yeah.
And
The
Liz
noise.
just kept touching everything.
Yeah, like
so I
that.
kind of just like followed her with that.
I think it's changed though.
What?
Oh, probably.
Yeah, it's
I'm
gonna
assuming it's
Probably.
So, but yeah, I would say choosing one person, focusing, taking a moment to join their round, and then
Yeah.
That was fun.
that's the key.
What was that like for you guys?
We're pretty well.
I definitely think that if I hadn't been coming to class for the past 3 weeks, I would have had nothing, like absolutely no idea what to do.
Definitely.
Well, after you left and we had all just been here, we just discussed what we would have done again, and we decided that we would have paired up one-on-one, each done sort of what the other person was doing. So if they were going like this, like follow them,
Beautiful.
and then brought them, like as Miranda just said, join their world, and then bring them back to ours.
Beautiful. So that's the second time we're gonna do it. What we're gonna do this time, rather than your intention and your goal being to get them into the circle, you have one intention, to create a relationship with each one. That's all you have to do, create a relationship. And if that works and you can get them to come into the room, that's secondary, that's the goal. But your intention first is to create a relationship. Okay, you ready?
We each taking our partners.
Oh, partners from yesterday.
Whoever you feel drawn to. If I get myself. Nice, there's somebody out here that needs a buddy. Stay in the world of your play, guys. Stay in your world. La 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 la. La 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 la. Those who care to follow me. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. You lead. La 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 la. La la. You lead. La 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 la. La 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 la. We would go around the room and let everyone lead. And I would say, welcome to the Miracle Project. And you could say, where miracles happen every day. So I'll try it. Welcome to the Miracle Project.
Where miracles happen every day.
Everybody take a deep breath in. If you care to, and then let the air out. Take another deep breath in. And let the air out. Let's try a deep breath with a big sound. And let out anything scary. One more breath. Wonderful. Beautiful. I'm going to say my name as a movement, and then you can say my name with me. So I'm going to go like this. Coach E. Do it with me. Coach E. We're going to go around the room, and we're going to say everybody's name with a movement. Go next.
Isabella.
Isabella. Nice. Emma. Sarah. Sarah.
Mara?
Mara.
Sure.
Jeremy. Do we know? Eric? Let's do it like Eric. Go. Eric. Beautiful, Eric. Welcome. Celine. Celine.
Natalie.
Natalie. Can we open our circle up a little bit so we can bring in everybody that's in our circle? Wonderful. What's your name?
Rachel.
Rachel. Miranda. Stella.
Sydney.
Sydney. Allie. Allie. Anne.
Allison.
Allison.
Norbert.
Norbert. Connie. Connie.
Ashley.
Ashley. Mac.
Corral? Oh,
Yeah. Beautiful. Now, we're all going to say our name really, really quietly, but at the same time. And then we're going to say, I am here. So I'm going to count to 3. We're all going to say our name with the movement at the same time. Your own name. 1, 2, 3. Coach E. I am here. Oh, you guys, that was awesome. Take another deep breath. Stretch up in the sky and open the high. Let me see your eyebrows move. Eyebrows. Backs up straight and tall. Beautiful, beautiful, like a prince. Or a prince. And now your eyes. Can you blink them, blink them, blink them, blink them? And your nose. And now your cheeks. Can we puff up our cheeks really big? And go. There we go again. Awesome. Puff up your cheeks really big. We're going to roar like a lion. But we're going to do a silent roar like this. Let me see you roar. Ready? Let your head go up and say yes. Beautiful. And now side to side and say no. sure you're breathing, and then side to side to side. And shoulders up, and down, and up, and down, and faster. Up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. And feet in the middle. Hands above your head. And tickle your toes. Awesome. Hands above your head, stretch up. And tickle your toes. And now we're going to make a table. We're going to go 1 foot, the other foot, pushing up and holding that table. Fabulous. What would you like to eat on that table? Anybody? Grapes. Grapes. Let's eat some grapes if you can. Yeah, fabulous. All right, one more thing. What would you like to eat on that table?
Chocolate.
Chocolate, my favorite. Hold it up there. Wonderful. And down. And plant your feet. Put your feet down on the ground. We're going to make a sliding board. Holding up with a sliding board. Yes. Look at you. Fabulous. Fabulous sliding board. And down. We're going to go on the side and we're going to make a wall with our bodies. Look how strong. Look how you're using your muscles. Make that wall. Fabulous. And down. And over to the other side. And make a wall. Wonderful, wonderful. And down. And now curl up into a little ball. And on the count of 3, we're going to explode into a V like a volcano. 1, 2, 3. And hold it up. Hold it up. Can you hold it up? Hold it, hold it, hold it. Wonderful. And down. And ready? 1, 2, 3. On your stomachs. On your stomachs. Cold. And kiss the sky. And now see if you can grab hold of 1 foot and then the other foot. And let's see if we can put our tummies on the ground. We put our, yeah, awesome. Wonderful, yes. Fantastic. And here we go, up. And hold it up there, hold it up there, hold it up there. Breathe and down. And now we scooch back. Take our nose and put it on our knees and just rest there. Just rest. And I'm going to plant you in the ground. Is it okay if I touch your back? And I'm going to plant you in the ground. And as I'm planting you, I'm going to ask each person, can I touch your back? And can I have a couple of volunteers? Those of you who are the ones that were started here, come help me. And we're going to stretch out their backs and plant them in the ground and stretch it out. Can I touch your back? Is it okay if I touch your back? Can I touch your back? And plant you in the ground. And as we're planting you in the ground, I want you to think of what kind of a seed you are that's going to grow into, yeah, beautiful. And what I'd love you to do is slowly, slowly push up from the ground, push up, push up, push up from the ground. And I'm going to put some rain, pretend rain on your back. Pretend rain. Beautiful, beautiful. And you're going to slowly start to grow. Slowly start to grow. This is when our pianist will start playing some growing music. And we slowly start to grow and pushing up, pushing up, pushing, pushing, pushing up, pushing, pushing, pushing all the way up to the sky and pushing, pushing. And can I have someone pretend to be the sun for me and go in the middle of the room? Who would like, Eric, would you like to be the sun for us? Yeah? So Eric is the sun, so we're going to point our bodies to the sun. We're going to point our, beautiful. Point our bodies to the sun. Beautiful, beautiful. Would someone like to be the wind for us? Who would like to be the wind? Who would like to be the wind? Yeah? If you'd like to be the wind, let's have 2 people. Yeah? Would you like to be the wind? Come on in. Emma gets to be the wind. Is there another person who would like to be the wind for us? Anyone else like to be the wind? Yeah, come on in. Now our wind can go all the way around like that. Yeah, beautiful. And we're going to be moving like our bodies are being thrown into the wind. Fabulous, awesome, wonderful. And now it uproots us and we can fly all around, all around. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And breathing. And then the wind stops. And we start to grow again. Growing, growing, growing. And then hold the growth and hold your shape. What kind of plant or seed or flower are you?
An oak tree.
An oak tree. What kind of plant, seed, flower are you?
Cattail.
Cattail.
Tulip.
Tulip. Whatever you want.
A rose.
A beautiful rose. What identify. And then the music would play and we would start to move our bodies as we feel. And then everyone comes together again and take a deep breath. And let it out. Wonderful. So that's the beginning of a Miracle Project class. Give yourself a applause. Okay, I'm jumping in and getting a crash course. So, we're going to do a couple questions and answers, and then I promised you I would teach you how we teach a skip, because we're gearing up to skip to class day. So, but I wanted a couple of questions to you. What was it like, the difference between the first, for my friends that were out in the hall, what was it like for you, the difference between the first time you were met by your teachers, and the second time? What was the difference? Yes?
When they came all at once, it was definitely like new. Like, this is something new. But when they approached us individually, it was more like friendly and not scary, and like didn't make me think that things are new here.
Fantastic. So you felt a difference between the first time and the second time. Great. What else? What else? And if they approached you individually, yeah, Eric.
I think the first time somebody like came out like, "Are you guys ready?" And instantly that made me want to run away. And because of that, like nobody found me.
Kind of very sad. Like, I saw you leaving. I'm like, oh, he must be going to the bathroom. So I'm not gonna follow him.
But yeah, but the second time was much better.
What was it like the second time?
The second time, Jeremy came up where I was, but instead of saying anything, he just did exactly what I did. And because of that, I was interested in what he was doing. And then I felt more like safe.
Safe. Fabulous. Trust. We talked about that, yes.
So like whatever I was doing out there, she like still allowed me to keep doing what I was doing out there in here, like waving, because I like the waves in the picture, which I was like really just focusing on the waves in the picture, just because like, and I still was allowed to do that when I came in, so like that was okay. That like if I didn't want to do anything else, I was still okay. Because I feel like the first time there was such an importance on getting in here and being here that I was like, I don't want to. So
So you felt more accepting of what you were doing and that it was okay to be
it was
yourself.
an option.
It was an option. You had more options. Fabulous. Fabulous. What else? What else? Yes.
The second time, I don't know why I didn't say this the first time. I think I was like, I got asked like, how are you? And I was like, oh, that's a big scary question. I'm fine. And then the second time I said, I'm okay, I'm cold. And so so my partner was like, do you want to go somewhere warmer? Like it's warmer inside. And so it wasn't like, you have to go to your class now. It was like, let's get you comfortable, which was really nice.
Beautiful. Beautiful. How about for my people who were in here, the difference between the first time and the second time for you?
It's a lot more fun to go to join their world and not have to force them into a location they don't want to be.
Mm-hmm.
On both sides. You tell that they're feeling more comfortable as well as yours.
Huge. For our co-actors, for our volunteers, for our practitioners, it's easier for us. And it's more fun. And guess what? The same goal was achieved. Yes.
I even
Sure.
felt that the goal of getting in a circle just happened more naturally. It happened actually more easily than the first time.
I didn't even make it in here the first time, so.
Yeah.
But you know, I was going to say, I don't know how or why it happened, but I was kind of treated the same both times. I mean, you came up to me, and there was a sense of those poor guys that are being handled, my guy's doing it the right way. You know what I mean? There was a sense of,
Thank you.
it was interesting. So I wonder if that actually happens also, I would imagine, from class to class sometimes when, it's a different approach.
Well, just so you know, they were given an assignment.
Yeah.
And their assignment was, no matter what, that student has got to come into class.
Mhm.
That was the first assignment. The second assignment was create relationship. So a rebel here create a relationship even though the assignment was that way. So that's an interesting.
It was like I could feel that. I could feel it. So.
Beautiful, beautiful. Yes.
I have a question. A lot of us took on the role where we were like less willing to participate. How do you handle the ones who like, for example, in the name game, I do it too. One of my favorite, Ryan, he keeps screaming Ryan and then in his turn. Like, how do you handle that in this versus the withdrawing, the like.
Yeah, overexcited.
It's great. We have a lot of kids like that. We have a lot of Tiggers. I like to call them my Tiggers. And so basically, what our job then is to help them learn to self-regulate. It's not your turn yet. Well, look around. Whose turn is it now? Did you get a turn? Awesome. And then I really celebrate quiet. I have a class of, it's way too big because there was a waiting list. The school that we're at, they put in everybody in the class. And it's like, I don't have the heart to say, I'm sorry you can't be in the class now.
Yeah.
So we have like, oh my gosh, we have like 17 kids in this class, which should only have 12. Of all levels, from the most severe kids to highly liberal. And what I've told my instructors is the goal of that class and the intention is to teach an entire group how to self-regulate. Because otherwise, it's so chaotic and loud. So we practice quiet. So let's do it. Everyone make some noise. Just make some noise. Just okay, everybody. Ready? Freeze. Listen to the quiet. Listen. You guys just made quiet happen. That's amazing. So we practice quiet. So by the end of the class, they have mastered quiet. And then we build on that. Let's have quiet with just one person talking. Oh, there's two people talking. Wait a minute, that's not quiet with one person. So we make the baseline quiet. And so we never teach turn taking like in the traditional way. But what happens is then everyone naturally learns how to quiet. We also had some kids that scream and they talk like this, they scream, and it hurts other kids' ears, especially when there's too many kids in the class. So what we're doing is we're saying, oh, you're using your theater voice. We never say be quiet, but wow, that's awesome using your theater voice. We're not going to use our theater voice right now, but later on in the class, when we're doing the acting part, you're going to show us how you use your theater voice. So it helps them to feel confident in their voice, and also that they have control.
You know, just listening. So you're using the same amount of energy, because my first one thought is, that's a lot of energy to be excited. That's incredible, but but you're celebrating and putting a positive spin on the loud noise and how to. But it's equally as takes as much energy, perhaps more, to be stop. So you're just taking it from that positive approach.
Exactly.
And using that energy, which is.
That's exactly it. It's the same energy. Where's my scientists?
Yeah.
Physics. It's the same energy. Where's everyone? Kids are around here.
Yeah.
Yes, Jeremy.
One thing I tutor organic chemistry, which is a very, not fun class for a lot of people. But in order to do that, you have to be really excited and just as you are.
What was the first thing? Organic chemistry.
Tutor, yeah. So like you have to be really excited and really passionate about it and convey that, as are you. But does that passion ever scare people? Like that enthusiasm ever scare people away? Like
Great question. So if you noticed, I noticed that Emma was really sound sensitive. So whenever I called on her, I kept big affect, but I did it quietly. So really, it's again, we have to be so tuned into our own system, and it's a really great question because when I train teachers, the first thing I work on is their own self-regulation. Because they can't be throwing out their energy. It's got to be purposeful. So we can use a lot of big affect, but Emma's really sensitive to sound. So we got to tune in and really be watching every single thing. Eric, I noticed when I said be the wind, I noticed, and maybe I'm wrong here, but I noticed you kind of lit up. And that's the reason I called him. Because I noticed his eyes were like, this is kind of cool. Oh, the sun. It was the sun. I saw his eyes kind of like, the sun. But it wasn't, you see what I mean?
Right.
So I let him be the sun right from where he was, only because I saw his eyes. So we have to be masters of our class and to be able to pick up and fine tune and really look at what's going on. So yeah, it was a great question. So we keep an affect, and sometimes I have to moderate my affect if I see that I'm overwhelming someone. Own my own space. Really, where the meditation comes in. Back to that. Yeah, question.
What you were saying with eye contact being overrated, do you ever not try to make eye contact because it's intimidating for someone?
Absolutely.
Because I suppose as you talk to us, like you make eye contact, but Like if I was very hesitant, you wouldn't try.
I can talk to people like this sometimes. If they're looking at me like that, I'll look at them like that.
Okay.
I mean, I have a former student who's now, I guess, a peer, an advocate, self-advocate. He talked about how he taught himself to read, but he was never looking at anything, ever. So yeah, and I won't demand eye contact. I mean, sometimes when I know that the student wants to look but is shy, I'll say, let me see those beautiful brown eyes. I love those eyes. Oh my God. Killing me with those eyes, because, it's something that they want to.
We have 5 minutes to learn how to skip.
All right, here we go. So,
I mean, if there's burning questions, we'll take them after.
yeah, we'll take them after. Okay, so, we haven't had time to go across the floor. Next time, I would love everyone to read 7 Keys on Autism, because then we'll have the basis down, and then we'll start right off the class when I come.
Yeah, and there's only 7 spots left in the class, so.
Out of 30?
People who
Yeah.
didn't take this semester take next semester?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
But they are slightly good track.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
like
okay, I'm gonna jump.
Yeah.
So, many kids come to us 13, 14 years old, and they do not know how to skip. And really, the basis of, Julie and Rachel can talk about this as dance educators, but the basis of almost everything is a skip. It really is. It's a walk and a skip, and because you build on that and flip on the top of it. So we go backwards, and we start teaching a skip like this. Yeah, how is that a skip? You're a learner.
Does that sound ever scare people?
And if it does, and you notice someone gets skipped, say, let's do it.
Okay.
It's a great question. Let's see how quiet we get. And then we go like this. And we may do 2 weeks just doing that. And then we'll say, go to a partner, and we're going to go like this. And then I'll hold my hand, and I'll stop my hand, and I'll touch my hand. Feel the difference, guys? Let one person stop. Good. I'm going to stop. Feel the difference when you have to stop? And we may just do weeks on that. And then we'll do this. And that can take some kids 2 months to be able to cross. We're building. Exactly. Do it in the world of your play. You'll see how challenging that is. All right? Then we'll go across the floor. Just 2 feet jumps across the floor. All the way across. And we can do that real quick. We'll line up right here. And we're going to go 2 feet across the floor. Here we go, everybody. 2 feet across the floor. All right, now we're going to go backwards across the floor. Ready, go. Backwards. Computers. Watch your computers. And we'll do different sequences. Sideways. Actually, let's all do it. We can go sideways across. And this time, hold a friend's hand. And we're going to go sideways across. You're going to hold your friend's hand. And if you want to, look at their nose. We'll never say look at someone's eyes, but we will say look at their nose, okay? And then we'll go up on our tiptoes across the floor, all kinds of things across the floor. And then we'll do a hop on one foot. Hop, 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 hop.
Okay, so this is like challenging just for like people in general. How does the 1 foot hip skipping?
Well, remember, we're building. I'm giving you condensed milk. Now, this happens in the whole class. We'll go the other foot. Then after maybe 2 months, progressing, we're going to go like this. Hop, put it down. Let's do the other foot. Hop, put it down. Hop, put it down. Hop and down. Hop and down. Hop and down and hop and down. Hop and down and hop and down. Turn around. And hop and down and hop and down. And hop and switch 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 and hop and switch. Let your hands go. And guess what? Do it again. You're skipping. And thank you very much. everybody hold hands, and then I'll stay after for any questions, if anyone can stay after. Plant your feet like you did in the very beginning. Plant your feet, roll to the front of your toes, and to the back of your heels, and the front of your toes, and then find a middle place. Take a deep breath in, let the air out. Tune into what your intention was in the beginning of class. And then one word, whatever word comes up, bubbles up from your heart. We're going to say that word and then squeeze the person's hand next to us. So I'm going to say joy.
Any word.
Any word. No right or wrong.
Happiness.
Accepting.
Fun.
Friends.
Acceptance.
Enthusiasm. Satisfaction. Relaxed.
Balanced. Happy.
Free.
Skipping.
Together.
Smile.
Satisfaction.
Truth.
Peace.
Success.
Thanks.
And let all these feelings swirl around the room from one hand into the other, from the right to the left, all the way around. Let them spiral into the middle and come forth and up like a fountain of light up throughout all of us, across the Brown campus, down through Wheeler, throughout throughout all the kids at the Groden Center who are needing this love and acceptance and joy, and throughout the state of Rhode Island, across the country to everyone in California, across the universe. On the count of 3, we'll say, I'm a miracle. 1, 2, 3. I'm a miracle. Awesome, guys. Thank you very much.